This is Bruce Friedman of Adult Site Broker, and welcome to Adult Site Broker Talk, where each week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week we'll be speaking with Eduard Moraru of SinDream. We've got an events section on our website. You can find out all about the events in our industry and get discounts on some events. You'll find all that and more at adultsitebroker.com. We're proud to announce our latest project, thewaronporn.com. You'll find articles on age verification laws and other attacks on our industry. It's to raise awareness of our industry's plight in the war on porn. You'll find all that and more at thewaronporn.com. And we're always looking for buyers and sellers of adult sites and companies. Perhaps you've been thinking about either selling your site or buying one. Always feel free to contact us at adultsitebroker.com with any questions you may have. Now time for our properties for sale at Adult Site Broker. We're proud to offer a successful OnlyFans agency. The agency has 15 creators, with 90% of them being on salary, so the agency is highly profitable. They handle all aspects of marketing for the creators, including chatting and promotion, with highly predictable acquisition channels. They do paid advertising for subscriber acquisition. In addition to agency operations, the business has developed a suite of custom-built internal tools that represent significant intellectual property and competitive infrastructure. They have a custom content production pipeline built for synthetic creator content using AI with Telegram chatbot integration for pre-funnel fan engagement. It also offers WhatsApp automation. They use a proprietary analytics, KPI, and sales verification dashboard with link tracking, ad performance data, sales verification, and payout automation. All tools are built entirely in-house and don't depend on third-party SaaS platforms. This technology is a great asset for the buyer to own. We have a rapidly growing SaaS-powered OnlyFans chat agency with strong SEO. The company has over 30 clients with very little churn, ranging from around $10,000 to over $150,000 a month. The company continues to grow and innovate. New technical features include an enhanced chatter portal, a new creator billing dashboard with daily billing, and an automated blog system to grow SEO. The company's set up with very little upkeep needed by the owner. It's a cash cow that's still growing fast. We have the largest foot fetish creator site in the German-speaking market. The site is a leading niche platform that's been the #1 brand in the market for over 3 years. The site is highly profitable with consistent revenue, an established SEO footprint, and strong brand authority in its niche. We have a buyer who's looking for OnlyFans agencies, chatting companies, and OnlyFans traffic sites. He owns one of the top OnlyFans agencies in the world. We're offering a growing free porn gaming site with adult sex games. The site is owned by one of the top entrepreneurs in our industry. We have a premium AI companion platform focused on emotional realism and deep memory. Users interact with lifelike companions that remember every detail, respond with real emotion. They've just added advanced video capabilities. There are more properties for sale on our website. For more information on any of these listings, go to our listings page or contact us at adultsitebroker.com. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is Eduard Moraru of SinDream. Eduard, hopefully I didn't botch your name too terribly, and thanks for being with us on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, the name is good.
Okay, very good. Eduard is a digital entrepreneur and builder focused on AI-powered platforms and the creator economy. With a background in marketing, automation, and product development, he specializes in turning emerging technologies into scalable revenue-generating businesses. Eduard has worked across multiple industries, including AI influencers, SaaS platforms, digital marketplaces, and online communities, helping creators and brands monetize attention more efficiently. SinDream is a next-generation custom video marketplace built for creators and fans. The platform allows fans to submit ideas and requests, while creators choose what to fulfill, keeping 100% of their earnings from every completed order. Unlike traditional subscription-based platforms, SinDream operates on a request-driven model, giving creators full control over their content, pricing, and boundaries. This structure results in higher conversion rates, better fan engagement, and more meaningful creator-fan interactions. Edward, tell me about your background and how you got into this crazy adult industry.
Yeah, so I've been in this industry for almost 5 years. I started at the same time when OnlyFans started to become popular. Then, when I saw a gap in the market, I started my own agency because there was none. I mean, there was a couple of ones, but I was one of the first. And then I started to work with models. I used to manage around 50 models at a time. Work with, big porn stars and also, let's say, models from mainstream. So, I had a background of marketing mostly, but this industry caught my attention because, I saw the opportunity and I took it. That's, yeah.
Fabulous. But you're not running that agency anymore?
I mean, I still have a couple of models, but my focus is on AI models. So basically, I created my own AI models, and I'm trying to focus more on the development side of websites and platforms like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you've been working in adult tech for a while. What have you learned about the industry that led you to start a platform?
It's interesting, but what I've learned is that it's a little bit challenging because of many, many regulations, and you have to be compliant with a lot of things, especially now after, OnlyFans became very popular and there are, a lot of new platforms out there, especially now with AI, the banks and everyone asks for more regulation, which is like difficult at first, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, AI is obviously a whole new world for everybody and everything. And it certainly has brought about a lot more concerns about what the boundaries are and what the regulations should be, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. What do you think fans want in terms of AI when it comes to porn?
I mean, fans want connections. That's what I believe. And with the power of AI, I think they can, push their imagination, like go beyond, normal things that happens. So they have, more fantasies. But at the end, I believe that AI is good, but it's not going to replace the actual creator because, fans wants to deal with the real person behind it. That's what I believe.
Okay. And do you think there's also a subset of people that would rather deal with their AI avatar and make that their fantasy?
I think based on what's happening right now, yes, I think it's a trend, but I still believe, they want to talk to the real person, especially now that a lot of fans saw that there is an agency behind the creator. There are chatting agencies, AI chatting, which I used before and I'm still using it. So at the end of the day, they still want to talk to the real model.
Sure. And the whole thing with agencies and chatting, as you said, has come out into the public and it's created a lot of legal problems.
Correct.
So, I mean, where do you see that going?
I mean, besides the legal problems, I see that, fans figure it out, and that's why the conversion rate is very low right now. So creators needs to work harder and harder and convince the fans to believe that she's the one that's talking to them.
So it's got to get better.
Yeah.
because in the end, the creators are never going to be the ones that are talking to the fans, or at least not on any kind of a large scale.
Yeah, exactly. At a large scale, it's impossible. Like, it's very hard.
Yeah. No, I mean, the whole chatting thing came about as a necessity because all of a sudden these creators were barraged by people wanting to talk to them, and there just aren't enough hours in the day.
That's true.
Yeah. So you don't think AI will replace models? Tell me in some detail why and why the live models will always be there.
Well, from my experience, I can tell that most of the guys wants to meet the girl. So the guys wants to meet the girl in person, right? So I think that's very important because you cannot meet an AI in person. I mean, it's like harder, maybe a doll or something, but it's not the real person. That's how I see it for now.
Okay. Well, obviously, as we advance technologically with things like AI and sex robots and the like, I mean, where do you think that comes into the picture?
I think it's close to have, as I've seen many videos on Instagram about it. I think there will be just like sex toys, kind of, but without emotions. So I still go for the real thing to feel it as a human, because what you can do with AI right now, it's crazy. What I'm doing with AI right now, I believe it's crazy. So I get scared by myself, So yeah, I really don't know. I think to be honest, it's going to be some regulations because cannot going like that.
Yeah. I mean, they're in the works, obviously. And AI is so recent that they haven't caught up. And I don't know that they will catch up, to be honest with you, because I think the technology moves faster than the laws do.
It's so fast, man. Like a couple of days ago, they launched SinDream 2.0, which is like the best video model. So you can do movies, kind of, and put yourself in the movies. And they got letters from Hollywood and Disney to, cease and desist. So now it's very limited to the public because the technology was crazy.
Yeah. Well, it is going to create all kinds of problems like that. There's no two ways about it. So tell me what inspired you to create SinDream.
So I think it's more like a personal dream of me to be able to build something big and, change the world. And the fact that, I see this market, it's a little bit saturated, right? We have a lot of AI models, we have a lot of creators, and I feel that it's the time for something new. And with my platform, I can offer the fans like a customized experience with the real model. And of course, with my platform, creators can resell their old custom videos because that's the main goal.
Okay. You said it's 100% rev share. So what's your revenue model?
So I have like a subscription price for every user, which is like a standard, one single subscription, and that's it.
So you get that, and then they get the rest.
Yes, correct.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, at least there is something in it for you. That's good. So talk about SinDream. Give me a deep dig into what it is, what it's all about, and why it's better than what else is out there.
Yeah. So basically, it's like a marketplace where creators can publish their custom videos that they made through the years. Because a lot of creators have custom videos for specific fans, specific names. And it's hard to resell that custom video to another person because he has a different name or he didn't want that video. So I was thinking, to put together a marketplace where fans can buy these videos from the models. And also inside the platform, fans can search by their names. So maybe they can find the custom videos with their name from, 100 creators, something like that. And he can use that for himself, or he can make a gift for somebody's birthday, it's more like a combination between Fiverr, Upwork, and OnlyFans, and Cameo, let's say. And besides that, creators can get customized requests. But here's the thing. The system that it's unique in my platform is that fans can use AI to enhance their custom videos ideas. So let's say a fan wants a specific video. He goes on the platform. He uses AI to make his idea more interesting, and he posts the idea. And then the creators are bidding on his idea. So the fan will choose whoever is willing to make the video. So basically the models are fighting with each other to fulfill this fantasy of this guy, right? And in this way, when the platform will grow, a new creator will not need an audience, to make money there. You just go there and, apply to all these ideas. And if the fan wants for the creator to make it for him, it's going to accept and it's going to create a project, and the money are secured. So we held the money into an escrow. So once the first, let's say, phase is that the fan needs to pay, and then the model needs to deliver. And then, of course, the fan needs to approve and the creator gets the money. It's like Fiverr, at work. What's very cool, and I really love it, we have a leaderboard. And we have a leaderboard for fans and creators. And fans can decide to receive requests from models. So basically, let's say a model goes on the leaderboard and she sees there, 10 fans, and the average spends, it's like, $20,000. So they can reach out to that fan and say like, hey, I'm willing to make this video for you. Would you accept? And, the fan can accept or not. And yeah, it's something new.
Well, and I would imagine that like the traditional way, the fan can pick a specific creator to make their video, right?
Correct.
Okay. So they can come up with something that's made for that creator.
Correct. Yeah. We have an entire page of creators. Currently, we have around 140 creators in less than 2 months without any marketing. Yeah, just my connections and, a little bit of marketing, but, not enough.
Grassroots type, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we have around, let's say, 2,000 fans, which is good.
It's a great start.
Yeah, we also get traction. So, we have a couple of subscribers, which is good. And the feedback was amazing. Like all the creators love it and even the fans.
That's awesome. So what would you say to models who are resistant to using AI? Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. They really need to try to see. And it's very important how you use the AI. For example, you see these girls, models that they, made a couple of AI pictures and they post on Instagram. But you can tell there is like an AI picture. But if you dig deep, you will be able to make them so realistic that you cannot even tell it's AI. So I think this is going to save time for them to, make pictures or even viral videos, because now you can make viral dancing videos without you actually, doing the video. So it's very important because you can drive traffic easier to the page.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what these models have told you that they're worried about when it comes to AI, and how have you been able to convince them otherwise?
On past interaction with the models, they said that more about privacy. So they are concerned about the privacy and security, and like, what if, they use my body and my face and they do something that I don't do, something like that. And I said, things happen, that's why you have these agency that are working with removals, and if you're on different websites, they can remove, but you cannot even control these things. It's very hard to control. You just need to use it in the right way for yourself. That's all that matters. You have to think about yourself first.
True. And I think these days, anyway, when something is out on the internet, anything can happen with it. If somebody wants to take, and I don't advocate for this, but if somebody wants to take a model's face and put it on some other model's body, or put Hillary Clinton's face for whatever reason on their body, they can do it. It's not ethical, but these things are going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard to control them. Like it's really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that a lot of the legislation on AI is going to deal with things like that, especially the deep fakes and all of that, because that's really where most of the trouble is.
Yeah, I mean, I had a project a couple of years ago about that. It's complicated, but now you don't even need to do that. So you make it from scratch. So I think we are not gonna be able to see which is real or not.
Sure. So tell me why fans should use SinDream and why they'll like it. Why don't you, again, give me a deep dive on that?
So because they have a variety of custom videos that they never seen, so it's gonna be very interesting for them to see what this creator made for this guy, because they can see like the library of the videos and they can choose to buy directly the video. And besides that, they will see which the models are more serious and deliver the content in time. So this is going to be very helpful. And also they will understand that it's the model they are dealing with. It's not like an agency, right? It's not a chat thing. It's not anything. It's just a customized thing for himself. You cannot, fake this. So I think this experience, it's good for the fan, and the fact that I have this AI system where they can have their own ideas more interesting, because we have a lot of fantasies, like as a man, right? And as a girl too. But imagine like how AI can transform that fantasy. This can be used also in any relationship. You just try to spice things up, right? And you go there, you come up with an idea and you say, oh my God, this AI thought about this. Let's try this, because sometimes things gets very, boring at a certain point, or like the same thing on and on, right? So this is going to be very helpful for a relationship as well, not only for fans or creator, actual relationship of humans.
So people can come in and create things that don't have to do with the creators, that more have to do with themselves, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Something that came to mind, and I don't know if it is a thing, if it has any legal consequences or whatnot, but if somebody makes a custom video for somebody, known as a custom in the industry, generally that's kind of the end of things. Are there any ramifications to reusing those customs and reselling them?
Yeah, exactly. So the fans, let's say a fan gets a custom video from a model. The fan has an option to, let's say, accept the model to resell his custom video. And if the fan accept it, the fan will receive some points inside the platform. And with those points, he can get more promotion of his ideas in the platform.
This is in your platform.
Correct.
Okay, but what if somebody, say, made an OnlyFans custom and they want to resell it? Were you talking about doing that as well?
So usually all the models have custom videos that they made on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, or other places, right?
Exactly. So they upload on my platform these custom videos that they made for specific, people, and the other fans can buy them directly.
But my question has to do with, are there any ramifications to doing that when they supposedly made it as a custom for somebody else?
I mean, not quite, because it's her content, and the fan paid for it. Okay, it's his, but you don't, like, at the end of the day, you don't share the personal information of that person, because usually the custom videos are based on the names, right? So that's why in my platform, when a creator uploads a video, like a custom video, she needs to put the name that she's saying in the custom video, so other people with the same name can find the video.
Right. I completely get that. But are there any terms and conditions on the other platforms like OnlyFans that say once you sell a custom, you can't resell the custom? That was really what was behind that.
As far as I know, I don't think so.
Okay. Because I just always was under the assumption that if somebody does a custom, that's a one-off and it's never going to be seen again by anybody else. So I had never really thought about the idea of reselling customs. Great idea, I just wonder if if there will be any blowback, but I guess we'll see. Let's talk about the business side and agencies. How do you think agencies should be using AI and why?
So I think agencies should use AI mostly for social media in order to manage more models and get more traffic. I think, the use of AI is very important, like, create multiple accounts, set up an AI bot that, interact with other accounts and try to get engagement. And besides that, they can use AI to replicate the actual model. So instead of having her to shoot the content or viral videos, they can, use AI to recreate them without the model, to make the videos. So that's how I use it before. So that's how I see it.
Okay. It's interesting. I've got a friend, and he's been on this podcast a couple of times, Steve Lightspeed, who's very big in the AI space. You might know of him. And he started out with Solo Girls and the Lightspeed Girls decades ago. And he's actually done new versions of his Lightspeed Girls today. And it's really quite fascinating what he's done with it. And he's done well with it. And I think a lot of the fans from back then have been interested. So there are a lot of uses of it. There's no two ways about it. Where does AI work best in the adult industry?
I mean, now you can make even videos, and they are quite pretty good. So I would say in the video content, pictures as well, you can create super realistic pictures for that. And, these AI companions that are all over the place, I mean, it's good, but I feel that it's getting saturated as well. Like,
doesn't everything?
Yeah, exactly. Too many and the same thing, and it's gonna come at the end.
So you don't see that as something that's going to continue to be that popular?
No, I don't think so. It's just like a trend.
Interesting. Okay. I guess time will tell. As a startup in adult tech, what are your biggest challenges right now, and how are you dealing with them?
So I would say fundraising or find investors for, this type of project, because, it's not traditional business or industry. So a lot of, normal VCs and investors have concern about investing in these adult companies, and they don't want their name to be associated with adults, right? That's one of them. And the second one, I would say, this legal regulation about adults. Like, I had to wait a couple of months until the bank approved me to start getting payments on my platform. And it was like a headache.
The problems are always money, aren't they? The banks have been very, very slow to the party when it comes to AI. I think because they're being overly cautious.
Exactly, yeah. So, in my platform, I have a whole system where I can identify with AI if something goes wrong, or if somebody uploads, a video that's not allowed. So like, I have an entire system that I had to put in place in order for me to get accepted. So it's a little bit, complicated, but, there are solutions. So
yeah. Is that a system that's run by AI?
Yes, and humans. So I have like a team that it's handling like manually, because, AI can do mistakes. But when I would have huge volume, it's going to be impossible to, go through every piece of content.
That's true. Well, AI is always a good first line of defense. But the unfortunate part of what's happening in the corporate world today, and I'll use Facebook as an example, when I had a Facebook account, I know that the problems I was having was from their AI. But the biggest issue was there wasn't any human backup. It was all AI. And that's a problem. That's a real problem in the business world today.
I know. I've been going through some stuff like that. So, yeah, I hate that. Because at the end of the day, you want to talk to a human. You will say like, I don't want to talk to this robot or AI. I want a human,
Yeah. Like the good old days when you picked up the phone and talked to somebody. God forbid that just doesn't happen anymore, because when you call, guess what you get? AI.
Exactly.
And good luck getting out of it. Anyway, where's the biggest opportunity in adult tech having to do with AI right now?
I believe in building these tools and apps that basically help creator or businesses to solve problems like in real life. So I would say, if you build something that solves a problem, even in the adult industry, you're going to be successful. That's what I believe. Yeah. I mean, this is a huge opportunity, especially now with AI, where you can, build an app or a website in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe that there are more opportunities that people aren't taking advantage of right now with AI and adult, and what might some of those be?
I mean, when you're on Instagram, you will see a lot of videos based on your algorithm, right? So from my point of view, I see a lot of AI models and, content created with AI and less real models. That's what I see. But I see I can say the opportunity is to just hop on the trend. You don't have anything to lose, it's going to save you time, money, and it's going to help yourself. That's what I believe.
How can creators best utilize AI today?
As I said, by creating viral trends without the need of actually making the dances, make pictures and, use some sort of automations inside their social media channels to get more people, talk with people. Like, let's say you have a creator who's big and he has 10,000 messages. You can use an AI to handle those or, use some automation to interact with those people and convince them to join on OnlyFans or on my platform. I believe they need to use it because it's going to be too late after. So now is the time.
So either jump on the train now or watch the train drive away.
Yeah, that's correct.
What's your goal, your ultimate goal with SinDream?
My goal is to build a successful platform and, find some partners to take this platform at the next level because I really believe in it. And I know exactly what I have to do to make this successful and viral because this type of platform can go viral easily. But I feel that I need to go faster. So that's why, I'm thinking, to find some investors interested in this project. Because if I go fast now, it's gonna blow up. I just know and I feel it because I've seen the conversion rate and currently the conversion rate is higher than OnlyFans.
Really? What kind of conversion rates are you looking at?
I would say more than 10%.
Wow.
Yeah. And the fact that we get the spenders is the most important thing. So you don't have to deal with non-spenders, freeloaders.
That's true because they've already joined.
Exactly. So that's something that I truly believe. And, if I manage to get, this traction in some short of time, imagine how much traction I can get with the right partners.
What's your goal getting investment money in? Is it marketing?
Yeah, exactly. Mostly marketing. I developed the platform myself. So mostly the marketing and some human resources, some assistance, but mostly marketing because that's the most important to bring, traffic to the platform. It's very important to get the traffic now. And it's challenging because a lot of OnlyFans creators, they don't want to promote any other platform anymore because there are so many and the conversion rate on OnlyFans, it's kind of low. So they want to focus on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think a lot of creators are misguided and lazy by thinking that OnlyFans is the end-all be-all when there are a lot of other good platforms out there that are doing things that are more out of the box than OnlyFans. I mean, you look at OnlyFans 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and you look at it today, and it looks exactly the same. The capabilities really haven't changed either, despite the fact that there's a lot of things that they could be doing that they're not doing. But of course, when you're making money hand over fist, you're not going to be really motivated to make much of a change.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you talk to the creators and they're really married to OnlyFans, I mean, what do you tell them?
I would say, I told them that this is a huge opportunity for them because it's going to be, something new and it's going to be viral. So they better come now before it's too late, and they will know me personally. So they will have some benefits inside the platform, because I have also a system where, let's say, if a model promotes my platform and she brings fans to the platform, the model will get a commission based on how much money the fans spend on all the creators inside the platform.
So it's an affiliate thing.
It's an affiliate thing, but this affiliate is a little bit different because they are paid based on what the fans spends with other models inside the platform, not only with them. So I have that, and based on how much money the fans are spending every month, the creator will receive free promotion inside the platform, which is going to help them to be more visible and get more customers.
Right. And visibility is really the issue with OnlyFans. If you join OnlyFans today as a creator, what are your chances of even being found?
Correct. It's hard.
And with your platform being a new platform, the opportunity's there, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So in your opinion, what does the future of the adult industry look like?
I think we will never die, but for sure it's gonna be more saturated and more competitive. And I think a lot of things will come back many years ago. I don't know. That's the feeling that I have, because it's gonna be too much AI. So I think the fans will want to go back where, they see like normal content, like very amateur, and, this normal one-on-one interaction with the creators. That's how I see it.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to the most for the rest of this year and into 2027?
I want to hit at least 10,000 creators on my platform, but mostly I want this platform to go viral and see what's going to happen after it's going viral, because the idea, it's amazing and I get good feedback. So I really believe these are my goals for this year. And, find a partner that can, help me grow this huge.
Okay. What does that look like for you as far as getting an investor in?
I want somebody that, understands this industry, because I had some, other discussions with potential investors. But again, they were like, adult, I don't know, complicated.
They just don't understand it. And that'll create a whole, and I know this from experience from talking to some of my clients. When they bring people in who don't understand the industry, it's going to be nothing but trouble.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been going through something similar a couple of years ago. I can relate. So yeah, I want somebody that understands the industry and, maybe has the traffic. So I don't need to make the marketing, right? That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. What advice do you have for people who want to start an adult business in 2026?
I would say do your own research and don't assume it works like a mainstream business because it's way different, And, I was talking to a lot of people that wanted to go into adult, but they stopped, and they stopped at payment issues, banks, legal requirements, and they gave up.
It's easy to do because it's not for the meek.
Exactly. It's challenging, but I would say it's very powerful because you will learn so many things because it's an industry that it's regulated. Very sensitive, I would say, right? So you have to think about, more outside the box. Like, how can I promote this platform where I'm not allowed to do it, right? So you have to think about outside the box and come up with, ideas that build trends. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Okay. Well, Edward, I'd like to thank you for being with us today on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I hope we'll get a chance to do this again soon. You can give me an update.
Of course. Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate it.
Thank you. My broker tip today is part 6 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Last week, we talked about eliminating unneeded expenses. Next, you can trademark your website. Having a trademark instantly protects your brand and makes your site more valuable for when it comes time to sell it. Trademarking your site will cost an average of about $1,500, but should be more than worth the investment when it comes time to sell. Show buyers ways you feel the site can make more money in the future. This includes showing them future plans you may have, traffic trends, as well as sales trends. If things are growing and you can show them how to grow them more, they're likely to be willing to pay more for the site. Do something unique with your site. If you have competitors, figure a way to do it better. Be different in some distinguishable way that makes you better. Your members will notice and spend more money with you. Make your site a place that people want to visit, not just to buy things or view porn. Be creative, not just one of many. Keep thinking outside the box and make positive changes to your site. Think like a buyer when planning or updating your site. Don't think like a tech. Think like the consumer. We'll talk about this subject more next week. And next week, we'll be speaking with Tanguy DeCourson of Spicy Gigs. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Eduard Moraru of SinDream. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.